February is American Heart Month. Did you know that for many, the first symptom of heart disease is a heart attack? You can minimize your risk by doing things like controlling cholesterol and blood pressure, but those factors don't always tell the whole story. There's a way to take an up-close look at your heart, specifically the arteries that supply blood to your heart. And you can do it in about the time it will take you to watch this story.
These machines are the best that I'm able to work with at any of the facilities that I work at.
Courtney is the technician. She says they conduct on average between 15 and 20 of these heart screening x-rays per day here at the Heart Hospital of Austin. It's also known as the HeartSaver CT.
Go ahead and lie down on your back for me.
The procedure itself really couldn't be any simpler. You don't have to put on a gown. You don't even have to take off your shoes. You lay down on the machine on your back with your hands above your head. The technician will then attach 4 leads.
I'll try to put them where I don't have to give you too much of a wax job.
Now, there is radiation here. It's an x-ray after all. So you're in the room all by yourself. And this is also why it's not a good idea to have this procedure done frequently. Once you're moved into position, there are verbal instructions, 2 in fact. The first, hold your breath. This takes about 5 seconds.
Take a breath in and hold it.
Then about a minute later, another instruction to hold your breath again. This one lasts about 10 seconds. And that's it. Test complete.
All right, Mr. Mays, we are all done. You did a fantastic job for me.
Good. That was easy.
On a normal visit, you will wait a few days to get the results in the mail, as it takes the doctor's time to evaluate each x-ray. I was lucky enough to have Dr. Vivek Goswami there to show us exactly what my heart x-ray showed.
What we're essentially looking for is this cholesterol plaque that can build up in the arteries that give blood supply to the heart. When that plaque gets chronic or old, it can calcify, and these scanners are very sensitive for detecting that calcium in the heart arteries.
Now, I have a history of heart disease in my family. I take medication for high blood pressure and to maintain my cholesterol. I've got less than stellar eating habits and a few extra lbs, so I was a bit nervous.
This is your aorta, the main artery coming off of the heart. If you look here, so that's your left main coronary artery, so this is one of the major arteries coming off that actually gives blood supply to the heart.
That's sometimes referred to as the widow maker. You might have heard of this. Calcium buildup there can be deadly. Today, though, my report is a good one.
Not much going on here, which is a good thing.
Now, it's not magic, and quite frankly, it's not as thorough of a test as a coronary angiogram. That's where dye is injected into your heart's arteries and chambers for a closer look. That test is much more invasive. The heart scan I had is a great tool and is very good at detecting potential serious issues with your heart, or letting you know that for now, things look good.
Historically, with heart disease, I think we've had it wrong because we've been screening for the risk factors, not necessarily the disease. So that's why I consider this almost like a mammogram of the heart. So when people are feeling fine and they're in their 40s and everything's great, I think that is the high yield time to make sure we're not forming this stuff early, because if we can catch it early, there are things we can do to break the natural progression of disease.
The HeartSaver CT, which I had at the Heart Hospital of Austin, costs $99. That includes the doctor's interpretation, and you'll get that evaluation in the mail about a week after your x-ray. In fact, I got mine in the mail today. Men ages 40 to 65, women 45 to 70 with certain risk factors like a family history of heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all of which I had, a history of smoking, also diabetes, overweight, inactive lifestyle, obstructive sleep apnea, all recommended for this screening. I'll put the phone number in this story at KVUE.com if you'd like to schedule an appointment in the future.